Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Muslims get prison for rioting. Stoning police over Quran burning that didn't happen. Muslims get prison for rioting. Stoning police over Quran burning that didn't happen. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. They will be out of prison very soon. And by then, what will have been done to disabuse them of their Islamic supremacism and willingness to become violent at perceived insults to Islam? Nothing whatsoever. Any such effort would be Islamophobic. If anything, they will come out of prison more dangerous than they were when they went in. These men are sentenced to prison after the Easter riot in Linköping, translated from Tremendums to Franges after Paskulopin, Linköping by Jennifer Schabacker, expressing July 21, 2022. 3 men have been charged with gross sabotage against police operations after the violent riot in Linköping on April 17. The riot began after Rasmus Paludan, leader of the Danish far-right party Stream, cause announced that he would hold Quran burnings at the site. He didn't show up. On Thursday, the verdict was handed down against the 3 men in the Linköping District Court. They all threw stones at police officers or their vehicles and, according to the verdict, acted out of a complete lack of respect for the work of the police. 4 years in prison. 21-year-old Molham Abogamos was sentenced to 4 years in prison. According to the district court, he threw a large number of stones at police vehicles and policemen on repeated occasions and at different locations in Skagetorp. He also kicked a police vehicle, rushed with the crowd and made aggressive gestures towards the police. "26-year-old Elveldin James Emini got 3.5 years in prison. According to the verdict, Elveldin James Emini was instigating by using gestures and calls to urge the crowd that the police managed to disperse to return. He admitted that he was the one who was seen throwing stones in footage from the scene, but denied the crime. Elveldin James Emini has stated in questioning that he got angry when he was told by the police and Sublak, writes the district court. A 19-year-old man was also sentenced to 2 years and 6 months in prison. According to the verdict, he marched himself and on repeated occasions threw stones at and kicked police vehicles. All deny wrongdoing. The evidence includes plaintiff and witness interviews as well as film material from the scene. At least 25 police officers have stated that they were injured as a result of the riot in Lekompen, of which 2 had to seek hospital treatment. A month after the riot, a man in his 30s was sentenced to 6 months in prison for violent riot and attempted violence against an official during the riot in Rikembe. At the end of June, 4 men, Abdullahi Abdulwali Ibrahim, Hussein Al-Maliki, Hussein Kafanawi, and Ali Kafanawi, were convicted of aggravated police sabotage after the riot in Sfiapaken in Orebro. The prison sentences were between 4 and 5.5 years, and the district court also decided that 2 of the men should be deported. The verdict has been appealed. Earlier in July, another verdict was handed down against 4 other men after the incident in Sfiapaken. The punishment was imprisonment for between 2 and 6 years. They will be out of prison very soon, and by then, what will have been done to disabuse them of the Islamic supremacism and willingness to become violent at perceived insult to Islam? Nothing whatsoever. Any such effort would be Islamophobic. If anything, they will come out of prison more dangerous than they were when they went in. Three men are sentenced to prison after the Easter riot in Lekompen. Translated from Freeman Doms to Franglais after Pascal Plopin Lekompen by Jennifer Schaubaka, expressed on July 21, 2022. 3 men have been charged with gross sabotage against police operations after the violent riot in Lekompen on April 17. The riot began after Rasmus Paludan, leader of the Danish far-right party Stramkors, announced that he would hold Quran burning at the site he didn't show up. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news.